Hello there, everyone. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your Yule, Christmas, winter, however you celebrate this winter season. This is your reading for the next 3 months as we enter into the season of winter. It is the winter solstice. The sun has just moved into Capricorn, so that triggers the beginning of winter. This will be a little bit different than my sign by sign readings that I usually post. This is going to include all signs. There will be, we're going to do little readings for each sign. First, I'm going to talk about the astrology of what's coming up over the next 3 months, some major highlights to look out for. But just, this is a good check-in, check the energy, see how it's feeling, see how it's flowing. For everyone as we go into the cold time of the year. At least for here it's cold. I know in some parts of the world it is not, because it's summer rather than winter. It's flipped. But here it's very cold. It's very nasty and rainy outside. I wish I could have the window open, but no, it is it is cold and rainy out there, y'all. So I hope y'all have been doing great. Thank you so much for joining me yet again. I have a wonderful time always sharing and getting to know you all better out there. Thank you so much for so many new subscribers. I hit 1,000 subscriptions this month, which was really awesome. And I will be, for 2020, I'm going to be doing some giveaways and some fun stuff coming up really soon. So me and Mr. Dragon, we're hanging out with our little cranberry crown, our little winter wreath on our heads, and we wish you a dragony Christmas and a Happy New Year, wherever or however you celebrate. Or if you don't celebrate, that's totally cool with us as well. So, so let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. Here is the big wheel of the seasons. So check that out. Here we are. So the last time we did a seasonal check-in, it was, Mabon and Samhain. That was when we checked in last on our fall equinox. So that we've passed through, the sun has moved through Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and now here we are ready to move into Capricorn. And so the 3 signs that will be included in that winter season cycle are Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So if for any of you, if you have not yet done so, absolutely check out your personal charts. There's plenty of different sites that you can, look up your personal chart for free. Just Google it, free natal chart, and it'll show you the parts of your chart that are ruled by those signs, because even if you don't have planets in those signs, or if you're not that sun sign, all of us have all 12 signs represented in our birth charts. So that's where those, that solar progression will be passing through for those houses. So let's go ahead as well, and I'm going to just show you quickly here here's the winter solstice astrology chart, and you can obviously, if the camera will focus, you can see that there are so many planets lined up right now in Capricorn. That is what's happening right now. We are definitely moving through quite a big planetary cluster of Capricorn planets. So we're really going into 2020 with a lot of Capricorn, not just the sun sign there. And we are also looking at a solar eclipse and new moon right around midnight, actually, Eastern time. So it'll be like Christmas late at night, like when it crosses over to the 26th. So it'd be right on that cusp of those 2 days when that comes in. So guys, let me tell you, the solar eclipses very much are about the new energy that you want to attract, and the fact that it's coming along with a new moon as well in Capricorn, all that Capricorn energy. To me, this really says this is bringing in brand new energy, especially in a building kind of way, because Capricorn's all about building and ambitions and all that kind of stuff. So it's really bringing in your desires, your goals, your higher ambitions. Like, what is it you ultimately want to do in life? Even if you don't get there in the course of 1 year of 2020, it doesn't matter. It's like this is a great time to set intentions and ground yourself and really say, what is that thing inside of my soul, my spirit, my heart, my mind that I've wanted to achieve for so long? What is my deeper dream, my true desire, my true, goal in life? What is that sort of feeling of destiny, and how do I take those steps? Because Capricorn energy tends to be very patient. It's like one step at a time, one step at a time. And, Capricorns don't really care how long it takes to get to the top of the mountain. It's like, if it takes me 20 years, 30 years, I'm going to get to the top of that darn mountain. And they just take one step, one step, one step. They keep building. And so it's the same kind of energy. So for any of us, and we are all guilty of it. I'm a Capricorn. I get impatient too. But it's one of those things. It's a good time to pull back and say, you know what? Don't beat yourself up. If something's taken a little longer, or it's taking more time to get to it than you thought it would, give yourself a break. Pat yourself on the back. You've already come so far, and there's no reason why you can't, get there. Just take it one step at a time. I guess that's very Capricorn of me, but I think something I always feel is I would rather die trying. I would rather, what if I die before I make it to that goal? Well, I'd rather be working towards the goal, because that's the journey is the point, right? So it's like, if I'm in the process of working towards something I love, I'd rather be in that energy. Even if I, don't make it all the way there, that's fine with me. So, once you take that approach, you just really immerse yourself in the love of the journey. You get there so much easier, and it doesn't feel like as hard of a job. It just feels more like fun, because it's like, even though it's work, you're doing something that you love. So some notable dates coming up. I wrote them all down. If you want to skip ahead, go ahead. I'm going to put timestamps on all the specific sign-by-sign readings. But for those of you who want to listen to the astrology notes, continue on, because to me these have a lot of meaning, a lot of significance. You can write them down if you want to, but I've got my little book. The dragon's got her book out, so let's go for it, y'all. So December 26th, we just talked about the new moon, solar eclipse. On Saturday 28th for December 2019, Mercury moves to Capricorn. So that takes our mind to, again, that very driven, ambitious, focused, grounded kind of energy. As we go into January 2020, our first big motion planetary of the year is Mars moves into Sagittarius on Friday the 3rd. That's really good news for Aries, really good news for Leo and Sagittarius, especially because that puts Mars into a fire sign. It's very, very good for you guys. This is also good for Aquarius. It's also good, let's see, who's the other air sign that's really going to benefit from that? That would be Gemini. Yeah, that'd be good for them as well. So Friday the 10th, that's a big day, y'all. The full moon happens in the sign of Cancer. Cancer rules the moon, so the full moon in Cancer is very, very strong energy. And it's also a lunar eclipse that day, so very powerful indeed. And Uranus, the ruling planet of Aquarius, goes direct in Taurus. This is good for Taurus, very good for Aquarius, because it gets you back out of that hibernation, because you've had a 5-month retrograde of Uranus in, in your ruling planet going backwards. Monday the 13th of January, Venus moves into loving, sweet, psychic Pisces. That's one of the best places for Venus to be, so expect love to get a lot softer, squishier, more emotional, more romantic, more sentimental. Thursday the 16th of January, Mercury moves into Aquarius, which really puts our mind very focused on the future. On Monday the 20th, the Sun moves into Aquarius, so happy birthday for Aquarians. And then very exciting, on Saturday the 25th, January 2020, we have the Chinese Lunar New Year of the Rat starting. And the Rat year is very exciting to me, because the Rat is the first branch of the Lunar New Year in the Chinese zodiac. And so it starts a very fresh new energy all over again for us. I will absolutely be doing videos about the Chinese New Year and what it means for your particular Chinese year sign, and how it's going to affect you. So look for that in January. February 2020. we start out with midwinter on Sunday the 2nd. Most people know this as Groundhog Day, and the funny thing about that is, why is it that we celebrate that on that day? Well, that is traditionally, that's the Celtic holiday of Imbolc. A lot of Wiccans will also be celebrating that day. That's Midwinter Day. And so this is when we're halfway through the winter. We're getting closer to spring after that. I really love that day. February the 7th, it's a Friday. Venus moves to Aries. So love will be fiery, a little impatient. You're not going to be wanting to wait around for your person to get themselves together or to ask you out on that date. You'll be like, come on, let's do it. Sunday the 9th on February is our full moon in Leo, and then we round out that month of February, Sunday the 16th, our first Mercury retrograde of the year in Pisces, and Mars also moves into Capricorn on that Sunday the 16th. That'll be a really big day for you guys. So March 2020, this is our last, cycle. This is leading up to the end of the winter solstice. Wednesday the 4th, Mercury moves to Aquarius. Venus moves to Taurus, which, is a nice grounding energy. Beautiful place for Venus is to be in Taurus. That's going to be great for Taurus. It'll be really good for Capricorn and Virgo as well. The other signs that'll really feel that nicely are going to be Cancer and let's see, what's Pisces. Yeah, they'll all feel that in a nice way. Monday the 9th, Mercury goes direct, so we get out of that first Mercury retrograde of the year. And then Thursday, March the 19th, the sun moves into Aries and our spring equinox begins, ending the winter. So that is our flyby energy there for what's coming up. Very, very exciting astrological stuff. This has been a crazy year. It's been a year of great challenge for so many. It was a number 3, so there's a lot of building, a lot of creation during a 3, but because of that, year of the pig, year of the boar in the Chinese zodiac, this whole year had that Scorpio influence, because Scorpio is in tune with the year of the pig. So it's a lot of like both death and creation. It's like destruction, creation, destruction, creation. And so those processes are not easy. Also having that join up of Saturn plus Pluto in the sign of Capricorn has been very, very harsh. No joke. So, coming up, of course, this year, we've got still, of course, Saturn and Pluto are traveling as well in Capricorn. So we still have those challenges. We still have that energy. But Capricorn, Jupiter has moved into Capricorn, and so that is what's going to be creating a lot more optimism and positivity and, all those old boundaries breaking away and having a really good meaning to it. Expect to really stretch out a lot. That's what's going to be coming. And this is a really beautiful time. We're really lining up so much positive. This December, the solar eclipse that we're about to experience, that sun and moon are going to be right at 4 degrees each of Capricorn here, as you can see. And the beautiful thing, camera, please, will you cooperate? Thank you. There is Jupiter sitting there in a close conjunction. Look at that. So it's like 4 degrees, 4 degrees, 5 degrees of Jupiter in Capricorn. So it will be affecting this beautiful new moon, and solar eclipse will be coming in with that positive lucky power of Jupiter. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. To me, Sagittarians always have that little bit of magic and luck on their side, even if they fall flat on their face. They have this ability to bounce back from really difficult situations. And so that's a big part of it, is that Jupiter rulership. So anywhere Jupiter is, as a rule of thumb in astrology, tends to be positive. Even if it's a difficult house, a difficult aspect, it doesn't really matter, because Jupiter has a very positive effect. So it can turn a negative into a positive many times. That's why now that Pluto and Saturn, both in Capricorn, they're being joined up by Jupiter. So it's like it takes some of that, it's like it takes the sharp corners off of that aspect. It's sort of like those two sitting together, a lot of jagged edges, and it's like, oh man, it's rough. And it's like Saturn comes along and sands that down. No, Jupiter comes along, sands that down, makes it a little bit easier to handle, and it makes, you know, us understand the point of all the challenges. So yeah, it's going to be easier to swallow. It's like the medicine isn't going to be so bitter anymore. Jupiter adds a spoonful of sugar. It's the Mary Poppins of the zodiac. I would say, yeah, I would look at Mary Poppins, that character, yeah, total like Sagittarian, Leo, happy, upbeat, you know, like it's that kind of energy to me. All right, guys, so let's get into some cards. I'm going to do a little different. We're going to go out of order today. So I have a deck that I pulled out of my astrology reading cards, and I'm just going to pull, it's the 12 signs, and we're just going to go in order. Out of order actually, and just ask Spirit to pull each one at a time. I will be putting timestamps again on all of these, so if you want to just go directly to your sign, you can easily do that. So let's go ahead and just say a prayer invocation for this winter solstice for everyone. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, I ask for your special blessings and protection for all those who have been drawn to this video, everybody who's watching, everybody who's looking for messages coming in. I ask for blessings for this winter solstice as the sun moves into Capricorn and we begin the season of winter. I ask for your protection over everyone that is watching this video, including myself. Please bring through messages of clarity, accuracy, and healing for everybody involved. Thank you so much. All right, Cancer, you are first. So let's go ahead and do a reading for you. Let's check out what's happening with my Cancers. So Cancer, for the winter solstice on the universal astrology chart, you will be having your 7th, 8th, and 9th houses aspected. That's the Libra house, Scorpio house, and Sagittarius house. So you're starting out with a lot of energy in your relationship sector. That's really where all this Capricorn power is landing. So your relationships are very, very strongly highlighted. A lot of you I know have been going through so much in your relationships. Usually it's like, even if something's not breaking up, it's like there's a ton of healing, reworking, restructuring, foundation building, grounding and healing that's having to take place in your relationship. Some of you are leaving relationships. Some of you will be, you know, completely removing yourself from something toxic or abusive, which is very, very positive and takes a lot of courage to do. But no matter what it is, Cancer, those relationships are strong. And then as we go into the time of Aquarius, that's going to be highlighting your 8th house of Scorpio. This will deal with a lot of deep psychological and emotional healing and awareness. And then the last month of winter, when the sun goes into Pisces, it will be highlighting your 9th house of Sagittarius, which is super positive, and really breaking through quite a lot. I think that you're going to have a powerful winter coming up. So let's pull. I'm just doing a bunch of different cards. First, I'm starting out with the Witch's Wisdom, Moonology, the Druid Animals, and then we're going to throw some major arcanas on here. We're just going to get a really nice read for each month for you. Cancer. So beautiful start to this month. I really like this. This is for the month of Capricorn. So starting from the winter solstice going to January 20. Hearth is the card that comes up with the Witch's Wisdom about homecoming, and this is kind of the perfect time. A lot of Cancers, you will be going home for the holidays. You will be spending time, you know, with family. Sometimes that can be difficult. Sometimes it can be really fulfilling. But with this card coming up to me, that has a lot of significance, that it will be more positive, even if it means kind of putting your boundaries down and saying, I will only accept certain behaviors, certain, you know, energy coming from other people. And look at what comes up from the Moonology deck. So your hard work is paying off. And the new moon in Capricorn is right around the corner, Cancer. You are ruled by the moon. So I think that this solar eclipse, new moon in Capricorn, has extra significance for you. A lot of you have been putting in so much effort. You have been really, really working hard. It has not been easy. Capricorn never ever is. It's always, you know, that uphill climb. But this to me says your hard work is paying off. And with that new moon solar eclipse coming in, you're really going to be feeling it. And look at that for this winter, you know, month, this month of Capricorn. Here comes the energy of the bear through the Druid Oracle. To me, the bear is all about inner wisdom. You might feel a little bit like hibernating this month too, literally, Cancer. You might find yourself resting more, staying indoors more, you know, especially if it's really cold. You'll be cooking some good, warm, nourishing food, really, you know, kind of nourishing your soul, taking care of your body. I feel like that's super important. To me, the bear is also sovereignty, and it's a lot of power. This is connected with the legends of King Arthur as well. So it's a lot of stepping into rulership, and a lot of strength there, Cancer. I'm really liking that for you for this first month. And look at that. I think that Cancer, this time of Capricorn, you're getting the World card here on top of this little column here for this month of Capricorn. Look at that. That is super strong. That is the culmination and the completion of a cycle. Very beautiful, very powerful. Something really comes to a very strong conclusion. And remember that within this month of Capricorn, we have that full moon in your sign in Cancer on January 10th. So absolutely, this is a powerful, powerful time. I think especially for Cancer and Capricorn. It's very strong because those eclipses are happening in those two signs. So let's pull some more. We're going to go into the second month of winter. That's going to be the time of Aquarius, moving out of all that Capricorn. We start to move into the Aquarian energy, and you bring up for that month, which will be like January 20th through, let's see, what was the time that the sun moves to Pisces? I believe that's like February 18th. So that's going to be, this is the column that we're going to be working with now. So Witch, the healer, look at that. And you already had a little bit of that hibernating, healing sort of energy. But you know what I think that this really points to, Cancer, is that when you step into the next month, when the sun goes into Aquarius, you're really going to be feeling that not only have you healed yourself, and now you are in a stronger position to be a healer to others. You know, to me, when that card comes up, you're also looking at things like herbal wisdom or holistic medicine or alternative therapies that can be really, really helpful in healing, to supporting your whole system. Also, just keeping your home and your whole environment in a healing space, because to me that's very, very strong when that card comes through. Here we go. Look at that. This is the time of Aquarius, and the new moon in Aquarius card came up. So Cancer, look at that. Bring love into the situation. The previous month probably is going to bring a lot of cleansing, a lot of purification, a lot of, you know, reworking of foundations in a relationship. And so no matter how that plays out for you, how you read this, because these are general readings, so absolutely not every message is going to, you know, relate to every single Cancer out there, but depending on whatever your situation is, it's going to require more love, whether that means letting someone go and forgiving them, you know, and you know, really truly releasing them, or if it means, you know, reconciliation and loving somebody, or bringing new love entirely into your life. And look at this, the blackbird comes up for this month for you, Cancer. The blackbird is pure magic in the Druidic tradition, guards the gate to the other world. So to me, that shows that you're stepping through to, you know, a whole new way of being, a whole new reality. Even look in that card, there's that little new moon in the background. So to me, this is really fresh new beginnings coming in for you. So I'm going to pull a major arcana on top of this one as well. Oh, and look at that. Look at the moon card came up. So to me, this is Pisces energy, but Cancer, because it's the moon, I always line this one up with you. So to me, the time of the sun in Aquarius, this is you really stepping into your own power, you know, and really starting to use your intuition. Absolutely love this. So then when the sun moves to Pisces, that's our last month of winter, and you brought up the Wiccan read, which is all about ethics, civility, kind of that, you know, moral code. And it says, in perfect love and perfect trust, 8 words in the Wiccan read, fulfill, and harm ye none, do as ye will. So let's see, and ever mind the rule of 3. What you send out comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and heart, and merry meet and merry part. So it's like this is really about what you put out to the others will come back to you, Cancer. And I believe that what you will experience these previous 2 months, you'll really you're like ready to walk your talk. And people that don't, you're not going to deal with them. Anyone that doesn't, you know, have a strong, just a strong sense of integrity within, you're not ready to deal with them. You're like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. And look at that. Over top of that, we've got the gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal, building up to the new moon. So to me, this is, you know, building on that same energy we talked about with that new moon in Capricorn eclipse that's ending this month. It's like one step at a time, Cancer. Do not give up. You will get where you're going, and a lot of it has to do with that integrity, with that sense of ethics, with you not being willing to step on other people to get where you want, or where you want, you know, it's like you're not willing to be that way. So very, very positive. Let's pull another druid animal for this month. Ooh, water dragon came up. Always excited with the dragon. And you are a water sign. So when that water dragon comes up, this is emotional mastery. This is passion. This is your intuition. You have a very, very intuitive reading here, Cancer. I love it. So this winter promises to be one of deep fulfillment, deep healing, and really completing some big, big cycles here. Yes, and the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. And that's right as, you know, that last month of winter, we're getting ready to head into spring, and things are starting to move forward for you. Beautiful, beautiful reading, Cancer. So let's move to who's coming up next. Let's see which sign is going to be the next reading. This is a fun way to do it. I've never done it this way before, but I was like, let's try this. This will be interesting. All right, Spirit, let's see who comes up. And also, guys, just keep in mind that these are general readings. They're not going to, you know, resonate with every single person out there. So just take them with a grain of salt. You know, take what makes sense and leave the rest. Just putting that out there. All right, Pisces is next. We're really hitting the water sign. So Pisces, you are up. So let's see what we're going to be looking at for you. Let me just redo my cards. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, so Pisces. So the winter time, you know, you are the last sign of winter. And this is going to be highlighting for you. Let's check it out. That's going to be your 11th, 12th, and 1st houses in your universal chart. So really, this shift through winter is so much about, you know, you going within and then re-emerging fresh and new when the sun goes into your 1st house. So it's really an interesting time for you. It's interesting to me too, because Pisces always feels like it should be a springtime sign in a way, but you cross over both worlds. It's like you're the last sign of winter, but you're also the one that borders spring. So it's a very interesting. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so Pisces, let's look and see what you've got here. So the first month, this is going to be the Capricorn month. Look at that. That Imbolc came up as a strong card for you, the Awakening. So this, like I said, that's that midwinter holiday. That's when it's like, we're getting closer to spring. That's February 2nd. So, you know, that might be a significant date for you, Pisces, no matter what. But it also says that during this time of the Sun in Capricorn, you're doing quite a lot of awakening. You're, you know, having some realizations. You're coming to some new conclusions. And, you know, you're also, I think, looking very forward to getting closer to that springtime. So let's see what comes next. All right, so luck is on your side. I really like that for you. These are very positive, Pisces. That new moon in Sagittarius energy. So yeah, this is really some nice stuff that's coming through right away for this Capricorn season for you. It's more positive. It's more hopeful. If you've been feeling really kind of beat down, I really feel that for some Pisces, you're just like, oh, I just need just a hand up. I just need a break in the action. I just need things to start changing around, and it really looks like that is the case. So that's a beautiful thing to come through for a lot of my Pisces out there. Oh yeah, and look at this. So Pisces, here comes the Ram on top of these. This is, you know, a very strong Aries association. So Pisces, some of you might have some really strong energy in Aries in your chart, or you may have an Aries in your life, but that Ram is coming through very strongly. It's also saying, you know, don't let people walk on you. The Ram is very strong, very territorial, very, you know, protective of its boundaries. So that's telling me that through this Capricorn time, don't let people step on you. Do not let them take advantage. This is all about you really sort of, you know, protecting your space, protecting your energy. Pisces, you are the most sensitive sign of the zodiac. You know, you feel things very strongly. It's like if someone else around you is feeling bad, you'll start feeling bad sometimes. You have to be really, really careful not to soak up their emotions or their energies, because you are just a psychic sponge sometimes. So yeah, be very, very protective of your energy, place solid boundaries, and, you know, just be proud of yourself for doing that. Don't feel bad if you need to. And look at that, the Hierophant came up on top of that for Capricorn season. This is strong Taurus energy, and this is committing to yourself, committing to your sacred space, and your spiritual energy. My goodness. Okay, so then we move into the month of Aquarius. Look at that. We have the spell card of manifestation. So Pisces, this is a very strong time of manifesting. The period of Aquarius moving through your universal chart is moving through your own house, the 12th house, which is very strong for you, but it's also a very sensitive time. Super, super sensitive, super psychic, very intuitive. So again, what you're laying down now through Capricorn time takes you into the next month of winter when the sun goes into Aquarius, to really remember to keep those boundaries in check, because you will be very sensitive and very psychic when the sun goes into Aquarius. So this is also telling you, here we go, full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. So this is reminding you, Pisces, you deserve just as much goodness in life as all the other people around you. You shouldn't feel bad if you need to take time to yourself, if you don't want to have somebody who's super negative around you, absolutely. And look at this beautiful card coming through from the Celtic Druid Animal deck. There's the Hind, which is like, it's a little bit like a deer, but it has a really beautiful, sort of elusive, spiritual, feminine energy. So for you, Oh, this time of Pisces, of Aquarius, that'll be like January 20 to February 18. And oh, this is a magical time for you. Very, very magical. And also it's a good time to just organize your environment. Again, keep your boundaries strong and work on manifesting your dreams. Oh, and look at that, Pisces. You got the Sun card for that month. I feel like this is a very powerful, positive time, but you definitely have to protect your energy. And remember, yes, that you are indeed good enough. You don't have to make apologies to others. You don't have to feel sorry if you withdraw from someone who's just hurting you or just being really constantly negative, because you have got to protect your own energy. All right, Pisces, so let's move into the final month of winter for you, and that is your month. So very, very strong energy probably going to come through with this one. Here is the card that comes up first for that period of Pisces. This is going to be the candles. And so this is about magic and manifestation again. This is about really, putting some of your thoughts, dreams, and aspirations into physical form. If you are into candle magic, you might want to, do some good rituals or just burn some special candles. Even if you're not super into that, you can always do a prayer, an invocation, something around, burning a candle, and then, light that and let that energy go. Because this really is a time of revival. It revives your spirit. When the sun goes into Pisces, that goes into your universal first house. So it lights you back up. It's like the energy really comes up. And look at this. Be bold and make the first move. So Pisces, this is definitely your time to shine, because that first house is that Aries energy, and they are a cardinal sign. It's cardinal energy coming in for you, so don't be afraid. I like the goose coming up here as your druid animal for your month of Pisces, because that is a strong, has a very strong stamina, can go the distance. It's the great migrator, and the goose is also very strong with Capricorn energy. So in a way, this to me brings that whole winter season full circle. And look at your major arcana card for that month of Pisces is the Emperor. Like I said, that's the Aries house, and there it is moving through there. Isn't that beautiful? So, oh my goodness, Pisces, a very, very strong winter season is upon you. You're going to really be digging those hooves in and saying, you know what? I have accepted less again and again, and I'm not going to do that anymore. So absolutely stand up for yourself, Pisces. Don't ever feel afraid or bad to be yourself. That is a time that it's really, really going to be positive for you. All right, so let's take a look at who's next. I'm just going to run this video till my battery runs out, guys, and then there will be a part 2. So if your sign isn't in this video, it will be in the second video. Just letting you know. So who's coming up next for our winter solstice reading? It is Libra time. Libra, I balance, and this is a very, it's kind of been such an intense year for Libra because of all this Capricorn energy. I know it's not been easy for my Libras. Oh my goodness. I think 2019 has been probably one of, if not the most challenging year of my Librans' lives, because all that square energy coming from Capricorn, it's been rough. I know it has. It's been activating that soul line for you, and it has just not been easy. So Libra, this period of winter, the winter season for the universal chart, will be activating your 4th, 5th, and 6th houses. That is Cancer, Leo, and Virgo represented. And so that's, starting out with a nice big angular chunk of that house of the wheel. So for me, that really is saying that this is a time of regrouping, grounding, getting a better sense of your home, family, your family connections and ties, or your friends that feel, you know, close like family, really pulling in closer to them. With Leo energy, that's going to be about the creativity. That's going to be about, you know, bringing your true spirit and your true creative potential to the surface. And then when the 6th house comes, that is so much about healing, for body, mind, and spirit. So let's see what comes up for you, Libra. Oh, I love my Libras so much. You all make the best friends in the world. There's no kidding about that. I believe that, heart and soul. Okay, I'm just going to keep pulling a few more, and then we're going to read them in total, so just bear with me for just a moment. Okay, yes. Ooh, very strong stuff. Okay, so for this Capricorn season, Libra, the first card that you're bringing up is the Candles card, which is all about magic, intention, manifestation. For any of you that do candle magic or candle rituals, this is a perfect time. You know, and to me, winter solstice, it's all about, you know, welcoming the light back. The days start to get longer. Slowly but surely, we're embracing more light with each day. So you can do that to, you know, in your own environment by burning more candles, bringing more light into your space. And to me, you know, burning candles or having, you know, even if they're not a ritual candle, I just, you know, I love having my candles. That's my dragon fire. We got to have it. It really lifts the spirit. It clears the space. You could even burn some sage, burn some sweetgrass, or anything like that that kind of helps to clear and raise the vibration. Look at that disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out, because Libra, this has been a tough year. Take time to breathe that energy out. Breathe out 2019 so that you can soon breathe in to 2020, because we're going to a new numeric vibration. Absolutely beautiful. Take some time to rest. Take some time to regroup. Don't push yourself too hard as we wrap this year up, and, you know, move into the Capricorn month. And then look at that, the sign of the bull. To me, that feels very Taurian. In the Druidic animal tradition, the bull is very strong, earthy, grounded, doesn't take any guff from anyone, really stands up for itself, is just, you know, a very strong energy. So this is something that you should definitely embody. And you know, Taurus is the other sign in the zodiac that's also ruled by Venus, like you are. So to me, there's nothing wrong with embodying a little bit of that stubborn Taurus energy, Libra, because you tend to want to please and help everyone. Oh, during Capricorn time, I want you to learn a beautiful Capricorn word. It's no. That's it. Just say no, Libra. You can do that. It's fine. If everybody wants something from you and you just can't do it, just say, nope, can't do it. Sorry, I will be there when I can, but I need to take care of myself first. Ooh, and look at that. On top of this, for your Capricorn month, you got the Emperor card from the Major Arcana. Very strong Aries. So this is, again, very strong energy that is masterful of its environment and its energy. It's not going to put up with any funny business, and it's very strong about standing in its power, and it's a warrior, and it's the opposite of your energy, Libra. Libra Aries, it's the balance. So if you have felt like, again, you're pleasing people too much, Capricorn season, it's time for you to just say, I'm going to sit on my throne. I'm a fighter. I don't want to fight anymore. I just want to rule. Yeah, so just step into your rulership. So, Libra, then we go into Aquarius month. That starts on January 20th. This is going to be a great month for you because that highlights your 5th house. This is the Leo house for you universally, brings your energy up very strongly. So, Scrying mirror comes up with the shadow. You might be doing some inner work or some shadow side work with this. You might also be really drawn to your intuitive intuitions. You might want to, you know, do more meditation. You might even be interested in doing some card readings for yourself. Stuff like that will come up. This is really also looking deeply within for the answers you seek. So very strong energy. Full moon in Pisces energy comes up for that month of Aquarius. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Very, very nice for my Libras because you're all about balance. And the eagle comes up in the Druid deck for this time, which is gorgeous. This is air element energy. The eagle is beautiful, strong, powerful, far-reaching vision. Aquarius season is all about far-reaching vision, Libra. So you are really doing a lot of balancing, a lot of inner work, and you also have quite an eye for the future during the month of Aquarius. Woohoo, and the Hanged Man is there. So this is about balancing act. Absolutely. To me, this says you're not completely done with one phase of life. You haven't moved completely into the new one, but you know where you're going. This is just be patient. That's a just be patient kind of card to me. The Hangman always is. So then look at this as we go into the time of Pisces. That moves into your universal 6th house. Like I said, this is healing. This is all about your well-being. And so the card of Spirit comes in with initiation. This could be beginning like a new spiritual life for you, literally. For some Libras out there, you could be starting a new spiritual study, a new spiritual path, really pulling in to some of your feelings that you haven't explored yet. That's why it's all about the initiation. This is the beginning. With a Pisces time, it's a very psychic time, so it wouldn't surprise me at all. And look at that, full moon in Aries energy coming around that Pisces month for you. A fiery climax approaches, so you're coming to the conclusion of some things as well. You might be closing out some cycles and beginning some really beautiful new ones. This could also point to the time that, you know, when spring begins on March 19th, that's the season of Aries begins. You could really be seeing some manifestation and culmination of your action and your work. Then the Swan card comes in here, Libra, just to sweeten it up a little bit. Our Swan is about music, soul, love. Love relationships could come up much more strongly during this time. An absolutely beautiful connection, going and enjoying music or getting into the arts a little bit deeper during that month of Pisces is also very favored with the Swan card coming in. Ooh, and Libra, look at that. The Hermit card came up for your Pisces month, and it's interesting. That is what's moving through, you know, that Virgo house. The Hermit is Virgo, so this is a very strong, beautiful month of new spiritual beginnings, and also a lot of self-healing. So make sure to take very good care of yourself during that month as well, Libra. So that is your reading for the winter solstice. Let's go ahead and move to the next sign. Let's see what comes up next. That's a beautiful reading, Libra. I loved that for you. All right, so let's just check out who is next. I'm going to burn a little bit of sage too, just in between the readings. I always like to do that as much as possible. Gotta have a little help, little dragonfire help here. Just get that fire going, y'all. Just clear that space a little bit. Just ask Spirit to clear the area. Thank you, thank you. And let's see what sign's coming next. All right. Okay, look at that. It's Taurus time. And Taurus, funny enough, we just did Libra. And so now here we go into your reading here. Very interesting. Like I said, both of you, you know, Libra and Taurus are both ruled by Venus. So you are a Venus ruled sign. That's why love and relationship is very important to you. So this winter solstice is beginning the winter season for you, and that's going to transit your universal houses of the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. That is the Sagittarius house, the Capricorn house, and then the Aquarius house, respectively. So absolutely, Taurus, winter is actually a pretty powerful season for you, because it really highlights those higher parts of the self, of the vision, you know. It really begins with that energy. This Capricorn season is very powerful for you because it's a fellow earth sign. So it's very, very positive. A lot of good things are coming to my Taurians, and I know you guys need it. This has not been an easy year. So yeah, a lot of really big power hitting that 9th house for you in Capricorn season. Brings a lot of inner vision opening up, a lot of expansion. A lot of my Taurus out there will be, you know, starting out new, new education, new travel, could even be moving somewhere new. A lot of that kind of thing. So keep your mind open, Taurus. Keep your mind open as we move through this winter season, because this is going to start out with a whole lot of things opening up. And then we move in. Let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and spread all these out for you. Let's see which spirit animals want to come through for my Taurus. Ooh, okay. I like all that. All right, so let's start out. This is your Capricorn month. Starts out with the scrying mirror. So this is shadow work, Taurus. This could be really a time where you really examine yourself, going deep within, looking for the answers that you seek. And so here on top of that, don't let your past hold you back. And that's why you're doing that inner work, Taurus. That's why that's there. Because this is that South Node. This is things. This is accumulated karma, baggage, old memories, etc. And so, Taurus, this is really the universe saying during this time of Capricorn, you can't take this baggage with you. Taurians tend to be a sign that really holds on to things. Whether it's, you know, figuratively or literally, they tend to hold on to stuff. So this is really the universe. Oh, during this time, I feel that. It's like you're letting some really big things go, Taurus, that have been standing in your way for a while. And it's powerful. Like, it's super powerful when you release it. It's like it opens up a whole new world for you. And look at what's coming up on top of that. There is that cat card from the Druid deck, the Highland cat. It's actually a Scottish wild cat. I love this cat. He's very strong, he's feisty, he's protective, he's territorial, you know, and really just follows his intuition, follows his spirit and his independence. And so, Taurus, if you haven't felt independent for a while, or if you felt, you know, really kind of like stuck to something that you haven't wanted to be stuck to, this cat's coming in and saying, follow your intuition, be independent, liberate yourself. Very beautiful. And look at that. Going forward with the Chariot card, there's your major arcana card coming up for that time of Capricorn. The Chariot is also connected to Cancer, and we do have a full moon in Cancer during the month of Capricorn. So that's going to happen on January 10th. Could be a significant date for you out there. Going into the month of Aquarius, this is going to start highlighting your 10th house of career. So it's kind of funny. It's like the Capricorn energy starts out in the Sag house for you, and then the Aquarius energy moves to the Capricorn house for you. Very interesting the way that works. So you will be getting a little bit of a double dose of that Capricorn energy still. This is going to be a big highlight. This is January 20th through about February 18th. And so here comes the spell card, manifestation. So literally, I mean, like writing out your intentions, say, you know, for Taurus, saying, this is what I want to create. This is what I want to see come forth in my life. And that sun sign, you know, moving through the universal house of Capricorn for you at that time, it's a really perfect time to start manifesting. And look at that. Confidence is key. So Taurus, if you have felt beat down, if your self-esteem has taken a lot of hits, if you have not felt really proud of your work or proud of yourself in a while, this new moon and energy in Leo is saying, you know, confidence is key. Embrace the things about yourself that are truly good. You know, don't be down on yourself. Lift yourself up. Be around people that do lift you up. There's that energy of the boar coming through. And this to me, again, it's very strong. Similar in a lot of ways to the cat's energy because it's very territorial. It's like, it's a super powered energy it kind of embraces that divine masculine. The cat is more divine feminine. The boar is more divine masculine. And so that's really coming through and saying, you know what? It's time to be rooted, grounded, but it's also bringing through a lot of that warrior energy. So be willing to fight for what you want, Taurus. You know, don't be completely sitting on the sidelines just letting life go by or letting others make all the decisions. Definitely be your own voice in your own life there. Ah, and look at that. Beautiful Sagittarian energy with the Temperance card coming through. So to me, yet again, this is about you getting stronger, more balanced, more resilient, and tougher as the days go by. It's like you're coming into your own where you know how to balance strength and gentleness at the same time. So it's very, very beautiful. All right, Taurus, so check it out. So for the month of Pisces, that's going to start around February 18th, 19th, and take us through to March 19th. Look at that, the candle card came up. So this is all about, again, magic, manifestation, putting your energy and your intentions out there. If you are somebody who does a lot of work with you know, any kind of rituals, if you like candle magic or you just enjoy lighting candles, this is a beautiful time to do that. You can even do a basic study of candle magic if it's not something you know about but would like to know about. It's very, very positive and very self-empowering. It's always gives, I love to do candles because it always gives you that little nice boost. And then look at that, the full moon in Gemini energy. So a lot of communication coming to you through that time of Pisces, because, you know, that's when the sun will be moving through the 11th house. It's an air house, so it's very intellectual, a lot of communication. So the answers you need are coming. And then again, very powerful air energy for you, Taurus, coming through with that Pisces. Where's that eagle energy? And to me, that is just, you know, always a blessing when the eagle comes through. That to me tells me you've ascended to the heights. You've made it to some plateau of your life. Something that was really difficult, you are leaving that behind. And look at that. Oh, Taurus, that's so beautiful. So that time of Pisces, look at that. Before we enter the time of the spring, as we close up the winter, you got the World card with that eagle. To me, that is just, you know, and the eagle is in the World card as well. So this could really bring, because the eagle is actually one of the other symbols of Scorpio. You may have an important Scorpio in your life. That's also your polarity sign. So again, this tells me, you know, make sure to, you know, balance yourself, balance work and home, work and relaxation, etc. But this is a completion of a big cycle. This is like you've really come full circle. Oh, Taurus, I love your reading. Beautiful, beautiful. So many blessings on your winter solstice season. All right, so let's start. Let's pull another sign to see who's next. Let's see which one is going to be coming up. Let's see. Okay, here we are. Keep track of them. And as always, guys, yet again, I'm just making another note. Just keep in mind these are general readings. They're not going to resonate with every single sign that they're meant for, so just do keep that in mind. And a lot of these, of course, these are more, you know, predictive because we're looking at months going out. So just remember as well that if you don't like something that comes up over these months, you always have free will, you always have the power to intervene and change that energy up. All right, so Gemini is up. Check him out. Oh, my Geminis, what a year it's been for you. Oh, it has been so much. I know this has been a super, super serious year because all that Capricorn energy that we've had has been going through your universal 8th house of Scorpio, and it has been doing a number on my poor Geminis in some cases. So this winter time, this is going to highlight the universal houses of the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th.